seconds. Can you hear me now? That should all be working now. It's been a while since I set this up. Putting a shirt on, Steve, yeah. I've actually been painting all day, look. Got paint all over me. Painting the spare room. So how are we all doing? What are you all up to? Hear me now. What are you all up to tonight? Are you painting or are you just tuning in? I just thought you guys might want to keep me company while I was going to do some painting, but I'm going to put some more of these guys together because I need 12. I've done 6. Painted 3, footer mounted, but I need 12, so I'll get them painted now because it's easier to do that than painting and chat. Let me have a look here. Stephen Bonar. That's your detail brush. That's my detail brush. Chris painting scenery. Is it for personal, Chris, or is it for Stirling, for the event in Stirling? And Steve, you're just about to finish 60 rock. 60 is scary. I've got on my desk 8 of these guys almost completed. Don't know how well that's coming up because I'm only using a webcam this time. Real pain in the backside to paint. So Tanya chilling out now and reading my Middle Earth books. So were you at the event today, Tanya? Did I see you chatting about that earlier? Hey Will, how's it going, pal? Yeah, for Stirling, Chris. Cool. If you want to post any pics, mate, for us to critique, if you get them on the top table group, I can get them up on here. What's up? The talent is here. Oh, sorry guys, Jay's in the house. I do apologise in advance. Do not swear, Jay. You're live. We'll just finish the Lord of the Ring tournament and won a trophy for best army. Met loads of new people who all go up to Ardacon and Throne of Skulls. So next year I'll be attending the big Lord of the Ring events. Yeah, is that your first event, Will? I mean, that's what it's all about. Me and Jay have spoke about it numerous occasions about how cool it is, and once you start attending it, it's like a bug that you can't shift, and it's well worth going, to be honest. Yeah, I was at the event. How did you get on, Tanya? And what did you bring? I know, Glyn, right? The alleged painter, still waiting on. Yeah, he doesn't paint, Steve. He doesn't paint. I better start putting some of these together, don't I? Right, okay, let's have a look. So, what are you doing tonight, Jay, by the way? 2 wins, 1 loss. That's nothing to... 2 wins and 1 loss. So, good ratio. You can't knock it. Hey, Green Tree, how's it going? Stephen Tennyson, batch painting 60 Morannons tonight. Hope you're on for a while. Yeah, mate, I painted, it wasn't 60, I think, is it 30 that you get with the Pelennor Fields box set? And I did it in 3 batches of 10 and that drove me insane. Like, it's just monotonous, so I don't envy you there with 60, pal. I'll put the finished pics up later. Yeah, pop them up and we'll have a look, Steve. That'll be interesting. Mocking me mostly. You can't mock me, Jay. You Bazillions. Is it Bazillions? Is that how you say it? I've got my Northern Alliance over here somewhere. I've only got 2 finished, and then the others are in various stages of whip. So there's that guy, which I posted on the group. It's not coming out very clear, is it? Not better? I can't get it to focus. And this like Viking-y dude. Well, I'm looking forward to playing that. Me and Jay are going to do a lot of that. That's a new game from Mantic Vanguard. Get some pictures up, Jay, on the group. Let me know when they're up and I'll post them up. Or are you just pretending you're not really doing anything? Standard Finnegan. Get these off the sprue. We're putting quite a bit of effort into these foot knights, which is odd really, considering I probably rarely use them, because the dismounts, unless I field something that they're not mounted, but it kind of defeats the object of bringing them, really, doesn't it? Has anyone else played Dollarmroth foot knights on foot? Are they worth taking on foot? So we got here on A, sword arm A. So we've got 12 people in. If you're new in, if you've not been in before, pop a post up in the chat, just saying where you're from, what games you play, what you're working on tonight, whether you're just watching or if you're hobbying, if you're painting or building or whatever. These are gorgeous models, these foot knights. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And that's the only thing that makes me want to possibly bring them on foot, so I get to use them. I'll have to get my hairdryer on that sword though. What do people use, by the way, to stick their Forge World resin models together? I use glue and activator like religiously. Has anyone found anything? But the problem with it is what I'm trying to say. But it's instant stick, so it sticks instantly. So if you put it on slightly off where you want it, which can be fiddly with these, it sticks straight away. Has anyone got anything that maybe takes 2 or 3 seconds to stick, so you've got a bit of play with it? I'd be very interested to know. Tanya, also trying to source more Morgul Knights. Morgul Knights are cool models. Not overly keen on the metal ones. I really like the plastic ones. I think I've got, I want to say 10. I don't think I've got a full warband of Morgul Knights. I'm sure I've got 10 mounted. Unpainted. They're built but unpainted. But yeah, they're really nice models. I've not really looked at their profile, Tanya, in the new rules. Have they improved at all on what they used to be like? Paintbrush Pirate. I'm finishing off Gandalf the White and Theoden now that they're actually useful. Both are awesome now. Yeah. And yeah, again, Paintbrush Pirate. You know, get some picks up in the group, and I'll have a gander. I'm always like looking at other people's work and stealing ideas. Steve Onar, Gorilla Superglue. I've heard about people using Gorilla Glue before. Is it a good bond? Does it stick well? Do you have to hold it, or can you put it on and it sort of tacks itself and you can still move it about, or you know, what's the score with it? Stephen Tennyson and County Tyrone, North of Ireland, getting 1,500 points or more already for doubles in December. By the way, Loctite all the way. Yeah, Loctite's very watery, isn't it? It's like very, very fluid. I've used Loctite before. This stuff is what I use. It's mighty fast. It comes in a kit. You get the bottle of glue and the activator, and I use it in work. It's supposed to be for kitchen. You know, when you fit kitchens and you've got like the architraves around the edges of the units, and it's for doing the miters on them. But because it's got the spray and you can spray it and it bonds instantly, I always use it. I'm just finding with the Forge World stuff, there's been the odd time where I've stuck it on and then I take my hand away because it's hard to see. When you take your hand away, it's slightly off where you wanted it. Nothing major, but you can't change it once it's stuck, and it is instant. Yeah, Paintbrush Pirate, it's on Facebook. Are you the chat from last time who isn't on Facebook by any chance? 18 points, they're okay, but the terror rule is nice, and a charge with a lance, yeah. Yeah, Jay's just popped up the what you'd search for on Facebook, Top Table Gaming Community, if you're not already over there. It's a gel and takes a couple of seconds and you can adjust. So it does sort of hold before it sets, Steve. That's the kind of thing I'm looking for, so I might give that a try. Let's have a look. If Jay's not already accepted your Paintbrush Pirate, I'll accept you now. Let's have a look. Yeah. I think you've just been accepted, pal, because you popped up and then went off. If you've not been accepted, let me know, and I'll accept. So we've got Chrissy's. Oh, these look cool, Chris. Teddy bear fur. Everyone loves a bit of teddy bear fur. Right, let's pop this up. That's what Chris is working on. A few hobbit holes and some. Are they Rohan houses then? Yeah, they are. You can tell they're Rohan houses, Chris. Good work, man. Keep us posted on them as they progress. Pop that off. Yeah, Jay accepted your Paintbrush Pirate. Yeah, get your pics up there, mate. We'll have a look. Let's see. TTG, it's like GBHL with better looking hosts. I don't know what that says for me, Steve, because I'm a host on the GBHL as well. So are you talking about Jay there? Surely not. Surely not. Now working on Mines of Moria scenery. Snap. Let me show you something. Hey, where is it? Oh, this heavy box. A little sneak peek of a project coming. You see those? How cool are they? Dun, dun, dun. So I've got two sizes of those pillars. So I've got, I think, eight in that size, and then 6 of even bigger. A footprint is probably about 4 inch by 4 inch, so the footprint of the bigger ones is like that. With the footprint, by the footprint I mean like the base going tapered up to the top. I'm going to make 2 Moria boards. One's going to be sort of, how can I describe it? So the smaller ones are going to go on, it's going to be like over 4 by 4, set quite, so it looks like the camera's quite far away, and then the bigger ones are going to look like more of a close-up, and then in one corner I'm going to have the tomb and, you know, all the stuff that's iconic from the movie, so that's going to be cool. Let's have a look. Dun, dun, dun. Sorry you're missing Sterling Steve. Those look amazing, Chris. Yeah, Chris, they do look cool. And yeah, I am gutted. Again, it's another year that I'm not there. It's just seems to always fall on the weekend that I have to do stuff with the kids. Which I'm saying it like, you know, oh, I've got to do stuff with the kids. I don't mean it like that, obviously. But yeah, I would really like to attend a Stirling event, but if it's on the weekend that Bonfire Night celebrations are, I can't. I just can't do it. Hi Joris, how you doing? Nice to see you. I don't recognise the name. I'm assuming that you're new to the chat. If you are, let us know where you're from, what games you play, what you're working on. It'd be interesting to know. I'm not going to get these knights built, am I, while we're here? I'll try my hardest. So now I need a shoulder and a shield. Let's have a look. Joris is my homeboy. Why is that? Why is that, Jay? Alright, there we go. GBHL lads have gone into the West. It is the age of top table. I mean, the GBHL is still a thing. It probably always will be a thing, and it would be nice to get together with the GBHL lads and do something, but it's just so busy. Like, you know, I'm really busy, and then obviously any spare time goes into top table, and because that is something that me and Jay have wanted to build for a long time. But you never know, we might be at a tournament weekend, might be down south and I'll hook up with Damien and Tom, or you know, you've got Harry, Jamie, James up this end. But just everyone's just like so busy with their own bits and bobs. When you're at home, you're trying to do all stuff that you need to get done. So I kind of understand why I can't get together with those. No chance you had half done Easterlings to do the last time. I know. They're here actually. They're not half done anymore. I kind of did them. Kind of done them all. There, look, loads. I got bored of the project. I will get back to it because I just do really want an Easterlings force. But I just got bored of painting them. Not enjoyable to paint. So if anyone wants to paint them for me, let me know. Let's have a look. I'm from Belgium. I am back from Scale Model Challenge. Ah, what's that? What's Scale Model Challenge, Joris? Those Moria pillars look great. Where did they come from? I'll find out for you. I can't remember the name of. Let's have a look. So, if you search Facebook for a chap called Adam Bruckass, Brucass, pop him a message. He's actually got. I can't remember what it's called. Something Scenics. I forget what it's called. But Adam Bruckass, if you contact him directly, just drop him a PM and let him know where you've seen them, and if you're interested in them, he'll hook you up. He makes them. He does. He's got them. He does hobbit holes. He's got. I'm letting you in on another secret. It's not going to be a secret now. So there's those. I've got 6 of those pillars, and then there's all kinds of ruined Erebor stuff. So there's a sneak peek into 2 boards that are massively early stages whip, which are coming from Top Table soon. But yeah, Adam Bruckass, he's the guy you want to speak to about those columns. A mate of mine 3D printed me a Moria column a few weeks back. I've been looking into getting some silicon mold made so I can cast more, but expensive. It is. I built my own Moria pillar, which is still, you know, I'm obviously biased because I built it, but it's still design-wise for the game that we play the best one I've seen, even better than those, I think. But those are great. But you know, obviously everyone's got their own preference of how something should look and how big it should be in comparison to models, etc. So I built it to how I envisaged I'd like to play it, with the intention of casting it and making more to build a board. So I made this. I bought a lot of silicon and tried making a mold of it. And I can make silicon molds with smaller things, but this was like this big. And I think I got 2 runs off it, which didn't come out very well because the mold split and things like that, and I just gave up. And that's why when Adam popped these up, they were perfect for what I wanted, because I was going to go back, revisit it, make a new mold, you know, spend a load of money, and it worked out cheaper for me just to buy them off him, so it was easier to do that. I'll pick them next week for you. What, my Easterlings? Great. It gives you your address, mate. I'll send them, because I really don't want to pay them. What are we doing today, mate? Is that aimed at me, Joris? What am I doing? I'm building. I'm supposed to be building these dudes, but I'm going to be chatting mostly. So yeah. Small Scenics. That's the one. Small Scenics. Chris got it in one. Small Scenics. If you search Small Scenics on Facebook, you'll get all his contact details on there. He has been posting things on the GBHL, which he's very naughty for doing, because the GBHL is not a sale site, and I think he's been told off for it. But he can post them anywhere else. And like I say, I bought them. They're fine. They're great. Green Tree still don't have Facebook. Come on, mate. How can you not have Facebook? That's unbelievable that you don't have. Actually, I've got another friend who hasn't got Facebook, but he did have Facebook and he come off it. For various reasons. I won't go into why he come off it, but yeah, he's not on it anymore. But yeah, get on it, mate. It's as far as hobbying goes, it's a must-have. It's just another tool or another feather to your cap. Joris Clary. It's a convention competition for painting minis, dioramas and busts and stuff. So did you enter, Joris? Did you enter the competition? If you did, post up in the Facebook group, Top Table Facebook group. Let us have a look at your entry and let us know how you did as well. That'd be interesting. Are the Hobbit holes in the pic? Here's Eddie Chris. They're good. Are they? Well, I'm saying they're good. I've not seen the Hobbit holes up close. How do you rate them? Do you think they're alright? I think they were his early stuff. They were the first thing that he did, weren't they, Chris? They looked alright on the screen when I was looking at them. Glenn. Only a week to go till I get my starter set finally. Oh, you're still waiting, Glenn. It's like a kid at Christmas. You'll be over the moon when it comes, mate. And make sure you keep us posted on your progress with it. Excuse me. He should make the command tower for the White Warg Rider. I don't think Azog, anyone has ever referred to Azog as the White Warg Rider and not remembered the name Azog. But fair play to you, Joris. Yeah, the command tower is going to be interesting because obviously we have a profile for it in the book, so at some point Games Workshop or Forge World are going to have to make it. That would be interesting, actually. That would Games Workshop possibly make that now in plastic? Would that be a cheaper? Is that cheaper for them to do rather than Forge World do it in resin? And what it would look like, because the command tower, it's basically like a hill in it with some banner things on it. So I mean, how big is it going to be, etc. You don't know where to start. Scarton, got my first tournament with the new rules tomorrow. Only had one practice match. Curious to see how it goes. Loads of us are in that boat, pal. I've not played many games with the new rules at all. You know, I've done some stuff on camera, but it's totally different filming a battle rep because you can pause the camera and go and check your rules midway through a game, which you can't really do at a tournament. But yeah, don't worry. You know, if the tournament is it a UK tournament? Is it a tournament in Europe? If it's one of the GBHL or the events here, you'll be fine anyway because people will just like guide you through it. Very friendly, very friendly bunch. And good luck. You have non-J friends. Yeah. Jay, when's the next bat rep? Jay doesn't do bat reps. Have you not noticed that? Jay doesn't do bat reps. Tries to avoid them at all costs, don't you, Jay? No, but I will enter next year. I got inspired and bought some stuff to paint this year. Good man. Yeah. That's the thing with going to these things. You do get inspired. That's why it's well worth making the event. Making it to events, not just GBHL or Hobbit or Lord of the Rings events. Any events, whatever system you play, or whatever part of the hobby you enjoy. So I think you're saying that's like a diorama. So it'd be like terrain building and model painting all wrapped up into one weekend. That sounds pretty cool. So that'd be something I'd be interested in, to be fair. Facebook's been great for this hobby. Imagine we were still on the TLA forum, Stephen. Yeah, that's true. I joined the TLA. TLA is the Last Alliance, by the way, for people who don't know. I joined the Last Alliance and I joined the One Ring, both at the same time when I first started to sort of dip my toe into this hobby. And the One Ring for me was more. Excuse me, I've just had lasagna with pepperoni in it. It's repeating on me. The One Ring was more accessible, or more, how can I say, I found more open to me as a real noob at the time. The Last Alliance forum seemed more aimed at, or was more frequented by tournament players who were quite into best lists and what could beat what and things like that. I might be wrong, that was just my impression from going on it a couple of times. Whereas the One Ring was more about the hobby and painting and building and fun lists and stuff like that. So there was two forums, but yeah, it has come on leaps and bounds since then, and it's great. Facebook's been great for that. So you do need to get on Facebook. Glenn, it was out of stock since the start of the month. Element Games is finally dispatching on the 26th. I feel your pain, Glenn, but what I can say on that is how good is it that it's sold out pretty much everywhere so quick. For us, for the players, it means that we're getting a lot more players. Games Workshop sold out on their allocation of what they thought they should bring in, or produce, however you want to put it. So that'll give them a kick up the backside to do more stuff and make more stuff and pump more money into doing that, which is fantastic for us. Let's have a look. Jay says, at Glyn, I'm filming Wild West Exodus and hopefully some Shadespire this week for you. Good man. Steve is Captain Lord of the Rings. What armies do you want to see against each other? He can make it happen. Yep. At the minute, I really want to do a bat rep with these chaps in. And I did put a post on the group asking who Dolan Ross should fight. A lot of people are saying like Harad and some of these Easterlings and the Eastern forces, which is cool. But I've not got loads painted. I've got Haradrim. I've got a couple of warbands of Haradrim. I'll have to get some heroes painted up, and then Dol Amroth. I've pretty much got everything. It's not fully painted yet, but I've got enough. I could put a force together and get it on camera now. I want to get the knights finished, of course, first. But yeah, so it's looking like it'd be Dol Amroth versus the Haradrim or something like that. I hope they do it together with a small scenics guy. Well, you should come next year. It's a 2-day event and the hotel's like 2 steps from convention halls. Whereabouts is it, Joris? Glyn says, looking forward to both. This was that Jay saying what bat reps and what systems he's going to be filming. Just wondering if you and Steve went against each other in Lord of the Ring, cheese versus fluff. We've played each other quite a few times. And I think competitively, I think we're fairly even. I can't remember what it is. We've played quite a few games. Most of the games we play now are on camera. And to be fair, me and Jay are good friends anyway, as that's plainly obvious. But I like playing against Jay. I think Jay, did we play the league opener one year, the one in Chester? Did we play each other twice? I want to say we did play each other twice. Whereas normally, if you get the same opponent picked in another round after you've already played them, you change. But we always have good games. We have a bit of banter and just take the mick out of each other, and it's a lot of fun. Which is why I play the game, to be fair. The competitive side's great, and I've enjoyed that in my time as well. But I just more enjoy having a laugh and having fun and doing cool stuff with your toys and stuff that you can imagine happening on the screen. But yeah, that's just me. Glenn says, don't get me wrong, it's fantastic for the hobby as a whole, but I've wanted to reteach my mates, brothers and dad, maybe even doing bat reps online. That'd be cool. We're always interested in seeing other people's videos or bat reps. I remember the days when people used to call them bat reps and they weren't like filmed with a camera, they were photographs with like turn by turn sort of paragraphs, sort of like they did in White Dwarf and stuff like that. And they were quite fun to read. No one does them anymore because obviously it's much easier just to watch a video. Jay says, we did play each other twice. You won as I let you move Bard in the shooting phase, as it would have cost you the game, because I'm nice like that. What you'll notice about Finnegan is, if you ever beat him at anything, right, he'll pick a little thing, and that'll be the reason why he lost, and he'll never ever forget it. Basically, what happened in this game, I had to do something with Bard, and I thought I'm going to do that at the end of my move phase. So I moved everything else, and I forgot to move him. And then we said, right, shoot phase, and before anything had even happened, I think Jay had priority, and he was just about to go, oh, he's going to shoot him or something. I said, oh, I've not moved Bard, so nothing had happened. It didn't affect the game in any way. But Jay being Jay, lost the game and just said, oh yeah, if I won't let you do that. But yeah, that's Jay. Well, that's called being nice, Jay. That's called being, a nice person. That's not giving someone the game, you scumbag. Jory says, oh, you got me there. I know it's in Holland, but let me check and I'll link you up, bro. Yep, cheers, man. I would be interested in something like that, and if I was able to blag a weekend away and the wife let me do so, then I'd be all over Just spam the TT group with what I'm working on. Yep, I'll have a look. Lies, Jay says. Like an old married couple, you and Jay. Well, I'm, you know, young. I'm older than Jay, but I know Jay. Everyone now, Jay, I'm gonna shame you here. How old does Jay look? Jay, you look older than me and you know it. Right, let's have a look. Ah, these look cool. So, first picture, Gandalf the White. I like that. I like that a lot. Jay says, joking aside, always love mine and Steve's games, always hilarious. Screw you, Alfred, with his Book of Death. This was in reference to a game when this was like in the early days. This is when, correct me if I'm wrong, Jay, was this when Lake Town Militia first come out and I bought a load of them, got them painted up as soon as, and you, if I'm not mistaken, copied Damien O'Byrne's tournament winning Isengard list with a lot of Feral Uruk-hai in it. And he turned up at Element Games. We arranged to meet for a game, and I was thinking, yeah, it'd be a nice friendly game. I'll put that light down because it's very thingy. We arranged to meet for a game, and I had like Lake Town fluff with captains and no big heroes in it. He turned up with that. I had Alfred in it. Sorry, I had Alfred in it. He turned up with all this scumbag list, and Alfred got trapped by, I think, was it 3 or 4 Feral Uruk-hais, and like over the course of 3 combat turns, he killed them all. With his -1 as well. Very funny, very funny. Chris says 45s. Jay, you look 45. Good man, Chris. Stephen Tennyson says 31. You're too nice, Stephen. And Chris still would though. Yeah, he's got that. He's got the comedy value, hasn't he? He'd laugh you into bed. Glyn says 36. Steve is about 37. Good man, Glyn. I like you. It was a tournament game at JT's. Ah, it wasn't. It was at Element Games. That's old age, that, mate. That's your 45-year-old brain going off on you. It was at Element Games, friendly game that I remember. Jay says to Chris Murphy, "You're dead to me." Joris, is infinity an age? If not, yeah. I think Jay went primary school with Gandalf the White, something like that. Anyway, talking to Gandalf the White, look at these pictures. These are cool. And then let me see if I can change that to Theoden. Has that worked? Yeah, that's up there. They look awesome, mate. I like those a lot. They look really cool. Come on, Jay, get your pictures on. Let's have a look, see what else anyone else is working on. I think my mouse is goosed because when I scroll down on my mouse it goes up, and when I scroll up it goes down. Anyway. Right. Let's get a shield on this dude. Are all the let's go for a different design shield to the last one. Just cut a bloody shield off, and it was one that hasn't got a hand on it. What's everyone's verdict on the new dismounted Gandalf and Pippin? When I first seen it, Glyn, like the Gandalf, I was blown away. That was really cool. I still am. I still think, don't get me wrong, I still think it's really cool. I've seen some shots of the foot versions, and and there was just something didn't seem right about him. Something seemed off, but I'm gonna reserve my judgment until I see them, because there was a similar couple of pictures of Theoden. I don't know if you remember, and there was a big thing about how wide he was, the foot version, and then when you got him, it was fine. So I'm going to reserve my judgment until I see them. But if they're as good as my first impression was on the first picture, then ace. I can't wait to get them, and I'll get them anyway, because I'm weird like that. So yeah, what about yourself? Do you think they look cool? Will you be picking them up? Gandalf pose is very odd, bit like the Monkey Twins. I can't even remember what the pose. Check the group, Jay says. I'll have a look now. I'm just holding this shield on, Jay. Oh, bloody hell. Forgot to spray me activator spray on. If anyone's got access to the newer pictures of the foot versions, pop them on the page, and I'll get it up so everyone knows what we're talking about. Check the group, right? Okay, I'm checking the group. Oh, you've even done like a fancy fancy effect. That's one of Jay's bazillions. It does look cool, to be honest, mate. Fair play. It does look cool. Just one. You just painted one. Just painted one of the warband. Is that it for the night? Let's have a look. The mounted was amazing. Yeah, the mounted did look cool. I like the fact that you can add or remove Pippin, so you can magnetise him. That's going to be awesome. On Shadowfax, it looks brilliant, but I feel like it's Sam and Gandalf. Yeah, yeah. I know what you mean. Love you, Jay, as much as Steve loves a cap. I do love a cap. I used to always wear caps. I think that's probably why. Got a bit thin on top in later life. I used to wear caps all the time. Hides his thinning hair. Got a full head of hair, Jay. Still. Got about 3 weeks left in it. I told you I'd be going to Turkey. I'll come back with luscious locks, mate. As soon as I've got a spare £4 I'm off Turkey for 2 weeks. Go on a 2-week holiday. Come back with a full head of hair. Happy days. Just like Rooney, yeah. Just like Rooney. I'm not bothered, mate, anyway, to be honest. I used to have really short, like, crew cut hair when I was younger, as well, when I used to wear caps. So when it does start to go and look a bit off, I'll just whip it off. Never had a bald head with a beard, though. That might look a bit odd. So let's have a look. I'm just having a there's my bit. I was trying to show you before, wasn't I? My warband progress, and there it is. I don't know how well that's. I can't seem to make that bigger for some reason. Oh, there we go. Here we go. Nailed it. How's that? Is that a bit better? So yeah, this is my Vanguard warband. These are called the Northern Alliance. If you've not heard about it, Google it, have a look. It's from Mantic Games. The rules, I'm fairly sure, correct me if I'm wrong, Jay, aren't the rules online? You can buy the rule book, which is a cool book. I'm sure the rules are online as well. I'm sure they are. Skirmish game, you build a warband, and then you have, different scenarios that you can play, just like, any other skirmish game. But I really like these guys. I mean, the Garn, they're like, it's a cross between a wolf, bear, boar type thing is awesome. Yeah, rules are free online. I thought so. Check it out, it is good, and you can use all the minis from sort of the back catalogue from Mantic for the different factions, which is cool. You don't have to spend I mean, you could use minis from anything, to be fair, but the actual minis are cool, as you can see. They're really cool. Got a couple of snow trolls, some elves, some men like the Viking dudes, and some dwarves in there, them little silvery things. Dwarves. So I'm looking forward to getting these painted up, and there will be some content coming on the channel from Vanguard. I've got to build a board as well. Ask Jay what he's doing. You know, I've got to paint up these, I've got to build a board, I've got to film the back rep, I've got to set a studio up to film it. Jay turns up. Don't even bring a bro. Had a great game of Nightbolt on Thursday. What's Nightbolt, Glyn? Chris plays Malifaux. I'm thinking of getting back into 40k via Kill Team. I never played 40k in the first place, but I've said it before. It is something that I'm venturing into, and I'm doing it that way, so like through Kill Team, which is good. Have you played much Kill Team yet, Chris, or is it just, are you still sort of on the fence with it? Shadow and Flame, don't know about playing games, but I've picked up Mythic Battles, Pantheon, Star Wars, Legion, and AVP because I like the minis. Hey Dave, yeah, I like the Predator minis. The AVP minis are really nice, and the Star Wars Legion minis are nice. You're big into Star Wars, aren't you, Dave? The nice minis. I mean, a lot of the stuff that I buy is for that reason. Really, I only really play Lord of the Rings and Hobbit, which I'm trying to change. But I've got loads of starter sets for different things, and because I buy them because I like the minis. I think like the minis is a big draw, especially for me. So yeah, I've also got actually what's it called? Witch Hunters from Mordheim. A couple of years ago, I had the Mordheim starter set, which I bought yonks ago. Impulse buy at the till at Games Workshop. Just looked cool, bought it. Had it there, bought some Witch Hunters Warband stuff. And we're going to get into it, and then Frostgrave was released, and I started to get into that because it was a similar type of thing. But I've still got my Mordheim stuff. I know Tommy Sewell from Gollum Painting Studios, he plays Mordheim, or did play Mordheim, and he's got a couple of warbands. So I might ask him if he fancies showing me the ropes. If anyone else plays that or would be interested in watching that, I'd quite happily do that because the minis are awesome. Glyn says Shadespire Night. Ah, right, yeah, it's the new incarnation of Shadespire, yeah. Jay's sort of really into that at the minute, and I think he's already mentioned he's going to try and get some stuff on the channel, which would be cool. So yeah. Right, where have I just put this fella? So I need a head. My idea with the Foot Knights, I think, is to give them the helms, the helmed heads, because, well, no particular reason other than I'm not a fan of it. Even they're much better on these Forge World sculpts, much better. But generally, I'm not a fan of the Dol Amroth helmets, in the sense that I just think they're not very, or they wouldn't be very compatible to battle. So I'll put these on the foot, some of the Foot Knights, and put some of the unhelmed ones, which look cool, on the actual mounted ones. I know that doesn't make any sense because they'd like be unhelmed as they come off the horse. I know that, but obviously I've got 12 as well, so I need to mix it up. 14 to 13 old Skellies versus the new Ghosties. Oh. You're about to have to spray some Asciliath Ruins, Chris. Yeah, been there, mate. I'm going to actually, I don't know if I'll be able to show you. Is that one? I just want to try to see how different. No, the wings are still the same size. They're not as big as the old metal ones. The old metal ones are just like really silly. They're like Eldar heads, weren't they? These aren't too bad, I suppose. They're growing on me, just because the foot models are so gorgeous. Stick that on there. So I've been online for 55 minutes. Put together one fortnight. So being online is like really productive. Not. I've not even put on a base yet. So I've got my infantry basing mix. And I can't be bothered with all that palaver of waiting for PVA glue to go off. So I stick my basing material on with super glue. I basically put a bit of a blob in the middle. Get a coffee stirrer, spread. Plonk it in my basing mix. Clean off the edges. Give it a spray of activator. Done. Done. And as you'll notice, I've put the basing mix on the base before sticking the model on. Because what I'll do is I'll dry fit him first. If it doesn't look natural, it looks odd that he's stood on top of it, then I'll carve out some room for his feet. That looks fine. I hate, you know, when you stick your models to the base first and then you put your basing material on it, it looks like they've sunk in. You just like lose the feet. Just looks odd. One done. Not too close at picking it up. So one in an hour. It's not bad going, is it? Let's have a look at the comments. Jory says, at Scale Model Challenge there was a whole scene at Table of Mordheim. It was impressive to see. A shame on me that I did not take any pictures. Yeah, I do that all the time though. I'm always at events and stuff and I think I'm going to take pictures of every board that I play on and every army that I play against, and I always forget. What do you think of Forge World going, GW going 95% digital sculpting? Details are good but almost too perfect for me. A bit like, see, yeah, I know what you mean. Maybe as technology goes on, you know, that'll be less so. What Dave's trying to say is that things are too crisp and too symmetrical, or you know, there's imperfections in real life, and maybe if they can start adding that in, like random imperfections in stuff. You know, maybe it's like at the end when they've sculpted it, they have something that just goes in and adds like little bits and bats, chips in the armour or something. That'd be better. But I know what you mean. I much prefer like a proper sculpted mini. Just think it looks a lot better. I agree, the faces surfaces are too smooth and they seem to lack realism. Yeah, they're very mannequin-like, aren't they? It is odd. It's like, say, the stuff, there's positives and negatives. So the negatives we spoke about, the positives are like the chainmail. Chainmail, like now on these miniatures, is better than anything that I've seen sculpted. I'm wondering if that. I didn't even know that they were doing that, going 95%. I mean, why is it 95%? What's the 5% that's not going to be? Is that a certain range or something like that? Can they not do a bit of both? You know, maybe digitally sculpt the model minus the face or something, and then get that printed off, and then put a face on it, and then cast it, or something like that. I don't know how it works. I think that's what's odd about the new Gandalf on the foot. His cloak is all so smooth and doesn't really have enough folds. And yeah, but is that to do with it being plastic though? Because if you look at a lot of the plastic stuff, like cloaks, that's a lot like that, and there's a lot of flat surfaces and stuff that we've had already. Old camel feet, Steve. What's old camel feet? Have I lost track of what we're talking about? Chris, did I miss anything? Did Steve? I did, Chris. I've saved it. One model I've built in an hour. Dun, dun, dun. And as you can see, I'm one of them guys who build the model and paint it. And I keep getting told by people who watch me do it that I should paint them at this stage and then stick it all together. But I have like a fear of doing that, and then like when I put an arm on, like the arm might be, like on these for instance, might be darker or lighter than the rest of the armour or something like that, and I'd rather just get it all on one and do it. Plus I'm trying to do things quick, as you can see by one model built in an hour. Just one Forge World sculpture on Primarchs. It's gonna be a financial thing for them then, isn't it? That's basically why. That's the only thing that would make sense, because they've got the sculptors there who have got like mad skills, like Keith, and the other fella, I forget his name, who does the Middle Earth stuff. They're obviously amazing sculptors. So going over to the digital sculpting, it must be a speed thing and financially more viable for them, which is good for them. Not so good for us if we love like normal sculpts. We'll get used to it, I suppose. And like you say, as they get maybe the things are so smooth and symmetrical because the program that they're using does a lot of the work for them. Not taking anything away from what they do, because I wouldn't be able to do that, you know, in my hand or on the screen. But do you know what I mean? That might like finish off, and because they're still getting used to it, to using it, that it kind of, maybe as they get more skilled, they can sort of start adding imperfections and stuff like that. Could be something to do with that. I mean, in 12 months, you might not be able to tell the difference between something that Keith's done on a piece of cork or he's done on a screen as he gets better with it. It could be that, Dave. You just don't know. You should get Jay to do the next paint and chat. You'll get your hobbying done while he's swamped with questions. Yeah. Jay, yeah, get Jay to do a sit and chat. Do you hear that, Jay? You do a sit and chat, and I'll get something done. Working tradition, I mean. I've lost where we're up to there, Dave. No sing. Ah, right, yeah. Camel feet. Yeah. It just looks odd, doesn't it? You spend a lot of time on your models. Why does my hat look funny? Does it look straight now? Because the camera's at the side of it. So you put a lot of time into building your models and painting your models. Because I used to do that as well. So I used to paint my models first, then put them on a base, and then paint the base. And if you do that and your base material's covered, the feet you've just painted, then they just get buried and look like they're in mud or sand, as you put it. Probably a change in the trade too. Any newer sculptor will probably be more comfortable, better with CAD. Yeah. I don't know enough about it, if I'm totally honest. I've learnt a bit here tonight off Dave. I didn't know, because like Dave's really interested in that and does a lot of like sculpting and stuff. If you've not seen Dave and Kev's site, Shadow and Flame, on Facebook or the website, get over to it as well. Pop a link in the chat, Dave, by all means, for anyone who's not seen it. Dave does a lot of sculpting work, and some of his stuff's like really cool. A lot of it's mainly Middle Earth based, but yeah, it's cool. So Dave knows a lot more than I do about this subject, and he'll know more about what he's talking about. But yeah, I think it could be that, Dave. I think it's just because it's a new thing, and any rough edges or things that, because we've all got programs like that, you know, like Photoshop and stuff. So any like sort of discrepancies or mistakes you can smooth out, and it'll do it automatically for you if you've got that if you've put that in your settings. So it could be that whatever sculpting program they're using, like sort of, and stuff like that makes you lazy. I'm not saying they're lazy. It could just be like I said, they're not used to it yet. But if you're looking at it on a screen and it looks finished because the program's made it look finished, but rather than them having it in the hand and they might have missed something and they can see it and go back and do it, it could be that. What's this? I did a thing. What, are we on Instagram now, Jeff? What is that? If I click that, What does that do? I'm worried about clicking that, Jay, while I'm on here in case it takes me off. So pop that link onto the Facebook group and I'll have a look at what it is that you've done. Let's have a look. This is great viewing, watching me frown at a screen. Ah, right, yeah. Scale model challenge. That's what Joris was talking about. I'll have a proper look at that, Joris, after the stream. I don't want to sit here reading something for 15 minutes while people are waiting for me to say something interesting, which they might be waiting a long time because I don't really say very much interesting. I waffle a bit, but that's about it. So what are you working on at the minute, Dave? Have you got anything interesting that you can share with us on your desk at the moment? While I drink my cold tea, it's been sat here for an hour. I may as well turn that off because I'm not going to build any more. I may as well be honest with myself. Let's have a look. Top table gaming. I'll tell you what I have noticed. There's like loads now. Loads of Lord of the Rings and Hobbit channels, new channels popped up with bat reps and stuff, which is cool. I'm really interested and I like to see how people film, and so we can basically steal ideas. It's not stealing, is it? It's just sort of improving on what you're doing already, which is cool. At least you'll finish the tea, Steve. What are you trying to say there, Mr. Bonar? Joris says probably ZBrush. ZBrush. Is that a program for digital sculpting, is it, Joris? It does ring a bell, that ZBrush. Did you guys pick a name for the Wednesday night show? Not normal friends. I'm not going to live that down, am I? But you all know what I'm talking about. The Wednesday night show is, I think me and Jay were talking, and we actually quite like the fact that it's just called Top Table Talk or something like that, or Top Table Live, and then have a subheading. So every week it will be Top Table Live with a subheading of what the loose subject is for that week's chat. So we'll maybe, I don't know, it could be anything. It could be painting, or a certain game. Vanguard. So one week it might be let's talk about Vanguard, and for the first 10 minutes me and Jay will just talk about Vanguard, and if anyone wants to pipe in and chat or ask questions, great. But then after that we'll just go into the chat like we do normally, like I'm doing now, and just talk generally about gaming and hobbying, and we don't really want to put any limits on, or alienate people who maybe don't want to talk about Vanguard. We still want them to come along and get involved and talk, and just have a bit of banter and chat about gaming and hobbying. Or you might not even want to chat about gaming and hobby. You might just want to come on and take the mick out of me and Jay, which is fine. Just get involved. It's just a bit of a break from the norm, innit, and a bit of escapism from general day-to-day stressful work life. That's why we're doing it, really, just for a bit of fun and just to interact with people, because it's all great, like us having a channel and doing bat reps and Facebook page, you're just going, oh, look what we're doing, but it's nice to actually have a back and forwards. And I know it's just me, or it'd be just me and Jay talking and you're seeing us on camera, and it's user typing, but at least it is, backwards and forwards, and we're not just talking about what we want to talk about, we're talking about what you guys want to talk about, which is the main thing. Stephen Bonar, mad for it, taking the mic live. Weight Watchers weighing. Oh, Mr. Bonar. How dare you? Cheeky. Can I swear on my own channel? Wednesday War Room. I like that, that's cool. That's cool. Not all games are war related though. That's the problem. Most are, but not all. It's a nice, good name though. Good name. ZBrush. What did I say? ZBrush. 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 The good ones are, yeah. That's true. It is true, actually. I can because you're fitter than me, respectfully. Oh, I'm not fit. I should be fit. You know, with what I do for a living, and I don't drink loads. I don't smoke. I just eat. I can't stop eating. I just eat. I love eating. Love it. And it's all like that stuff you shouldn't eat, like eat loads of red meat and that. Gaming into your twilight years. Come on, Glenn. You used to be in my good books. I think is Jay still here or is he gone? He's not posted that link on Top Table, so I'm assuming he's gone. Let's have a look. I wonder if I click that. Oh no. Copy and paste. Let me check this, what he's done. Ah, there you are. I'm trying to do this link, Jay. Post it in the Facebook group, mate. So I can see what it is. Yeah, I can't get it to work. It's got no content. Let's call it Hangout with insert your name, Video Man, and Jar. That's what I'm going to call Jay from now on. Jar. What's happening, Jar? Like Ja Rule. Remember Ja Rule? Jar Finnegan, the gangster rapper of wargaming. Jar Jar. JJ Binks. Is the Instagrams like Facebook's? What, JJ Binks? You'll take JJ Binks? Or J Rule? Burley Wargamers. Ooh. Right. I'm just having a look now through the list of who's watching. Is everyone in here now a Lord of the Rings player? If you're not a Lord of the Rings player or Lord of the Rings hobbyer, give us a shout. I think everyone in here is from Lord of the Rings, if I'm not mistaken. Let's have a look. Ah, Dave's posted up a little sneak peek. That's what we like. Let's have a look. Okay, so he says, got a scratch sculpt on the go. Not going to say who it is yet unless you guess correctly. Okay, I'll put it up. So let's all have a guess who this is that Dave's sculpting. Now looking at it, it could be me because he's got a massive lunchbox. I'm only kidding. It's only little. Look, obviously, looks like he's drawing back a bow. So, and it looks male, aka the lunchbox. Linford Christie shooting a bow. You think? Give us a clue, Dave. Is it? I'm assuming it's Tolkien related, yeah. Put us in the right sort of area. That is a good shout, Jay Finnegan. Good shout. That actually is a good shout, Finnegan, because now I can't unsee it. Every time I look at it, that's what I see. Middle Earth, yes. Dave, is Finnegan right? Is it Legolas on the shield at Helm's Deep, riding down the stairs? Not leggy. See, the fact that it's firing a bow is either a massive red herring or this is going to be easy to guess. So it's not leggy. That really narrows it down. Doesn't look like a pose that Bard would be in. But it's not Tariel because of his massive package. Can't get over that package, Dave. Come on, mate. I don't know. Any other clues, Dave? Which movie? I just keep seeing leggy on the shield now. You ruined it for me, Jay. Ruined it. Andreas has posted up on there. Can you see what he's posted? And it's not actually a bad shout, to be fair. And the bow might be throwing us off. Yeah, Stephen, that's exactly what Andreas just said. And again, now I've seen it, I can't unsee it. Can't be Elven with a lunchbox like that. How do you know what Elven lunchboxes look like? Do you know what I'm going to do now? I'm going to Google. Let me turn that off for 1 minute while I just Google something. Battle of the Five Armies, Elf, Dwarf, Jump. Image. It's a bit blurry. But it could be that. Although, I'm not so sure. Right, okay, let's have a look. Don't Google Elven lunchboxes. Faramir, that's in his favourites. Paintbrush Pirate. He doesn't need to research that bad boy. Standard, mate. Standard. Are we watching Steve Google lunchboxes? Lurt stood over dying Boromir. Oh, I've got Throne of Skulls thingy up, huh? That's what we want. It's the right leg being up isn't it, that throws, that makes you think he's at an angle, so I don't think it's Lurtz. Hope you're in incognito mode. I don't need to be, mate. I'm not easily embarrassed. I'm not bothered. My internet history is there for all to see. Now Jay's on the other hand, he's dodgy. Bard on cart. He don't shoot his bow, does he, on that? Oh, Elven Lunchboxes has to curl up at the end. See, this is going to be a thing now. The last live, we come out with hashtag normal friends. Now it's going to be hashtag Elven Lunchboxes, isn't it? You know, it'd be actually funny, like, you start posting, not on the top table page, because obviously we all know what it's about, but when you're posting on GVHL or something like that, at the end of whatever you're saying, just put hashtag Elven Lunchboxes on everything and see how many people are like, what the f are you guys on about? Elven Lunchboxes. So come on, Dave, give us another clue. It's bugging me now. Leggy standing on 2 barrel riders. Got a scratch, yeah. It is definitely a bow. I'm not having it that it's not a bow. I think the arm's too straight. The left arm's too straight to have a shield. There'd be some sort of... He'd be turning a shield to shield himself, obviously, wouldn't he? Anyway. Dave's not giving us any more tips or hints. How many more of them things have you painted, Jay? Actually, just let me go and grab something, because there is something else that I've been working on. Dun, dun, dun. Look at this guy. So these could fight Dalamarov, couldn't they? So I've got this, which is with the conversion kit and all that palaver on it. And thank you for bearing with me. A second one, but as you can see, I'm missing the front platform of here, so I need to build one. But I've got 2 sort of 90% done. That might be quite interesting against Dalamarov. I'd have to give Dalamarov something that can deal with that though. That'd be cool. Not firing a bow. Is it the elf from the Battle of 5 Armies, Dave? When we do some March, who's buying an Elven Lunchbox t-shirt? Some merch, you mean? Hashtag Elven Lunchbox. Oh, man. I keep coming up with this gold, don't I? Make some. Yes, I thought it wasn't a bow. Elven. Dave, is it evil or good? Not an elf. Is it bad then? Oh yeah, not an elf. Who said it's not an elf? Nobody. He's not said it's not an elf, has he? He's not said it's not an elf. Just trying to. Yeah, I don't know. Left arm could be holding something by the throat. I think, knowing Dave, it's going to be something pretty instantly recognisable and iconic. So I don't think it's going to be like a random pose. It's going to be something from the movies. Shadow and Flame can see where you're coming from, but no, no. Oh, you did say that, Dave. It's not an elf. So right, okay. It's not firing a bone. It's not an elf. Dave, you've single-handedly ruined my live stream because I'm just going to end up sitting here looking at this now for about 3 hours. I don't know. I'm giving up. I give up. I give up, Dave. I think you've got to give us another clue, Dave. You've left us hanging. Right, it's just posted a different angle, so let's go and have a mooch. I think he wants us to get this, Dave does. Dave. Is this a naked guy, Dave? Because if it's not, right, I don't think you have to go into as much detail as you've gone to with the lunchbox and the behind. I can see what he's had for his lunch, mate. What could that be? It's a weird pose, and I'm trying to think what he'd have to be doing to be in that pose. Ah, Dave, is it Azog on his wag? Because that could be riding something, couldn't it? It's a good model. Just got to drop the elbow down a bit. And it's not an elf. Is it a recognisable character, Dave? Is it a hero? Or is it like just a warrior? That's really confusing, that. What is that? No, is this the model for it currently? Hero. So it's a hero that we don't have a model for currently. And is it a hero from the movies, or is it a hero from the book? A hero we don't have a model for. And it's good. You said it was good, right? Mentioned in both movie and book. Mentioned in the book. it's mentioned in the movies. Was he actually in the movies, or was he just mentioned? This is really going to wind me up now, Dave. If it wasn't my live stream, normally I'd be like, throw me toys out of the pram, give up, turn off, not what I play. I've got no patience. So, that's really it. Gonna wind me up. Thengel is Thengel Theoden's dad, or am I confused there? Thengel. Hey Underdog, how you doing, pal? We're currently, if you can see this picture, Underdog, we're currently trying to work out what it is that Dave's sculpting. It's a, you can see him in one of the movies. Okay, right, so it's a hero from one of the Lord of the Rings or Hobbit movies. He's male, he's not an elf. And it's good character, not an evil. So I'm going to turn that off for now. And I'm going to have a look at Stephen Bolnar's whip picks. Because Dave's hurt my feelings by putting something on there that I can't solve. Let's have a look. Holy that's a lot, Steve. How many mounted Royal Guard have you got? Is that more? The lad who kills Small Bard. Ah, Joris. Good shout. Dave, Joris is saying, is it Bayonne riding the eagle? Theodred. Outriders. Oh. How are you finding them to paint, Steve? I really enjoyed the first lot, and then just my soul started to disintegrate. Gilgalad mounted. It's not an elf, Jay. Muppet. Oh no, but I like that idea. Which idea? Bayonne riding the eagle. Stephen, 0 as yet. 7 sons, 4 hours, Theodred, 12 riders there. Nice. Glyn says Raddy. He says there's no model for it though, Glyn. We've got models for Radagast, haven't we? So, Dave, Lord of the Rings or Hobbit movies? We're going to get this tonight. A chore this time, but kid sickness bug dropped me. Yeah. I always find when I'm a bit poorly that's what I end up doing, just painting. Because I'm off work. I can't sit still. Army of the Dead. Yeah. Army of the Dead are one of those, aren't they? Like, you can, there's like really easy ways to paint them really well. Or you can go a little bit further with them. I spent quite a bit of time on mine. And to be honest, you can't really notice a massive difference to if I'd just base coated and washed them. But, you know, it's one of those things what people prefer to do in it, I suppose. 61 Army of the Dead in a day, Jesus. So that pose is Lord of the Rings, Dave. Lord of the Rings. That isn't. I'm going to get that back up now, Dave. I'm going to get that back up and we're going to solve this puzzle. Right, guys, who is that? It's from the Lord of the Rings movies, not from The Hobbit. Lord of the Rings movies. It's a profile in the game, Dave, but there's no model for it. Is that correct? Or is there no profile for it? Is this just for a diorama? Green tray and painting in them in, and thinking they're also really easy to paint. Yeah, a lot of dry brushes. I did a tree bird a long time ago, and it was like early on when I was first painting. And I still think he looks alright now, and I just dry brushed it. The pose isn't, no. I made that up. No profile currently. So it's not a profile. It's a hero from the films, but there's no. He's not in the game. I don't know. You frazzled my brain, Dave. There's no profile for him, Glyn. So it's a hero from the films that we haven't got a profile for in the game, so it won't be Bozza. That's a nightmare. I'm really curious now as to who it is. No. What's it for, Dave? He's doing a diorama, or is it for a certain project for a certain couple of people? Steve Bonham mounted Grimbold. We've got a Grimbold profile, though, haven't we? Ugh. That's the thing. Hero of Legend, I'd say, just a commission. Ah, right, okay. Yeah, Elfhelm's a good shout then. Because you say it's not an elf. It's a very elf. I keep being drawn to elves. It's like an elf-like pose, isn't it? Did Elfhelm have a massive lunchbox? Hashtag Elven lunchbox. Italian. He wasn't mentioned though, was he, in the films or the books, Jay? Come on. Keep up. Self-portrait. Well, that was the other view, Dave. No, I'm lost. Right, okay. Give us one more clue, Dave. And then I'm going to call it saying we didn't get it. You beat us. Joris says, I'm tempted to put the extended versions of Lord of the Rings back on. Yeah, do it, man. Awesome films. Best films ever. Do you not play Lord of the Rings or Hobbit, Joris? Was going to make an elven helmet joke, put that. Two Towers. Two Towers. What was the question I just asked then, Dave? Which was my brain's fried with it. What did I just ask you? What's Two Towers the answer to? The lad Aragorn talks to, because he's only a young lad, he's never going to have a lunchbox like that, mate. Another clue. One more clue, Dave, but make it a good one. What heroes were in the movies? Ah, so he's in Two Towers. He's in Two Towers. Who's in Two Towers that we haven't got a profile for? And it's a good model. A good hit, good character. Peter Jackson had a cameo in them all, didn't he? Damrod's brother. No. I'm lost. Let's have a look. In the film he appears way bigger than everyone else. In the film he appears way bigger than everyone else. Joris, yes I do play it. Alright, cool. He appears way bigger. That's really annoying. In the film he appears bigger than everyone else. Two Towers. Right, let's go through the Two Towers from the beginning. The Hobbit who knocked off a goblin's head. Oh, what's his face? He's only bigger than other hobbits though, isn't he? So he's like normal sized. And we've got a profile for him in the game. So it's not him. Because we've not, it's a character we've not got a profile for. He appears bigger than everyone else. Helm Hammerhand. Was he in the movies? It's a very specific piece of equipment. I know, right, Jay? That's how I feel right now. I feel like smashing the telly up. I'm not gonna lie. He appears. Yeah, his statue is. Is it Helm Hammerhand, Dave? Yes, indeed. Ah! So it's Helm Hammerhand. Interesting. So now we know who it is. Obviously, you can talk about it. What's he doing in the pose? Oh, what is it off? Someone collate all names and clues and stuff we know and create a master post on the top table group. We need out. We've nailed it, Jay. Nailed it. It's Helm Hammerhand. I got it. I knew it for ages. Just. That was totally an nice guess. Tip of my tongue. What, your tip of your tongue was near his lunchbox? It's odd, mate. Told you about Jay's internet history, didn't I? Ah. That'd be cool, man. Make sure you post it on the group, Dave, when it's done. That'd be cool. Who's he punching? Out of curiosity. So that'll be the next t-shirts. Hashtag Elven Lunchbox on the tip of Jay's tongue. Normal Thursday night, that, innit, mate? Let's have a look here now. Did anyone find the new Gandalf pictures, by the way? Let me see if I can find them. What would it be under? New Gandalf and Pippin Games Workshop. So yeah, this is the odd one now. If I can get that out. You see, that's the odd one. Yeah, well done, Glyn. Glyn got it. The rest of us are thick as a massive lunchbox. Glyn got it. Yeah, so this is kind of what we touched on earlier. What we're talking about it being like digital. I like it. I like the pose. The staff looks very thick. I will say that in his hand. And yeah, the cloak. I think that might be the paint job though with the cloak. Was it Paint Job Pirate who was saying about it being very flat and unrealistic? The way the cloak looks. I think that might be the paint job, the way they've done it. They've done really extreme highlights and shadows, haven't they, on it? It just looks, yeah, it looks odd, especially around the bit underneath the neck and around the chest. I think it's too extreme from the highlight to the shade. But again, it's hard to tell off a pic like that. Paintbrush Pirate now looks like Mr. Whippy ice cream. I do like quite like. I think with a different paint job it'd look good. I think the face is quite good. Thick as an Alvin lunchbox. I will put a troll in front of him who'll be knocked off his feet. Yeah, but then if we go to this one, now that face looks cool. Not Pippin so much, but again, I think that's down to the paint job, and not necessarily. I'm not saying it's a bad paint job. I think the paint job and that could just be a really bad angle for that face. Everything else looks cool. Shadowfax looks cool, really cool. The paint job's amazing. Like the shaft looks a bit thick again. No one sort of put me talking about shafts and lunchbox together, please. We're bigger than better than that. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see when more pictures come out and what he actually looks like in hand, because as we know, the pictures can be deceiving. I think that's it. I think that's all we've had, isn't it? That one and let me have a look. Did we get we had one of Pippin, didn't we? Because I remember thinking Pippin wasn't that great either. Let's have a look. Reddit. Yeah, it's just that one picture there, I think. So yeah. The shaft of the stack, yeah, that's what I thought. It looks a bit too thick. Jay's tongue in a lunchbox while Steve. Oh dear, dear me. Come on, guys, we're better than that. We're better than that. Now I really want to see a model of the bear dude on an eagle. Yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool. But then, there's no rules for it, is there? Short and thick does the trick. Oh, guys, what is this evolving into? Between shafts and lunchboxes, this is a great hashtag shafts and lunchboxes. I think every live stream we do is going to have some weird theme in it where one of us say something and it just sticks. I could have said something worse than lunchbox. I thought that was like the most PC thing to say. But yeah. So what do you think? What are people liking that Gandalf or not? I quite like it. I'll get it. Will it be a standalone sort of kit like the Pippin and Gandalf foot mounted on Shadowfax in a blister, or will that be part of another maybe small expansion box set for the is it Gondor in Flames, is it called? What do we think? Will you buy it? I'll buy it. Let's see. I am actually Between Shafts and Lunchboxes is a great show now. Shaft in Flames. Joris, I like the pose. Yeah, the pose is cool. I'll wait to see unboxing first, but I need a new Gandalf the White. Yeah. I mean, yeah, Dave, you'll get it, obviously. You're like me, just like, buy everything that comes out. I have to say, from what I've seen, it does look nice. Is it the best Gandalf the White in the range? Nope. Not in my eyes. I like the one where he's just about to draw Glamdring, that Gandalf the White. I really like that one. Joris says, well, sooner or later, probably later, because he's just bought the metal one. Yeah. I think I've got that one painted, actually. Look. In fact, I tell a lie, I think he's at the studio. Yeah, my foot Gandalf the White is at the studio because we had him in the game that I played against Benjamin Bowles, where I played Gondor and Ben played Mordor with Gothmog and a troll. So I haven't got him to show. But yeah, he's cool. That's my favourite pose. I don't think what the other one is. The other one's when he's holding his thingy. His staff up at an angle. There's that one as well. But yeah. So we're rolling up. We need a painting video on white. Yeah, it's a pig. Do you know why I painted mine and it come out really well? He has got 2 attacks now. Yeah. I painted my foot and my mounted, I think, with the airbrush, and I gave them like I think it was might be Xandri dust base coat, and then like Zenithal, you know, from a certain angle. Just kept getting a lighter and lighter and lighter shade, and then give it a wash. And I'm fairly sure I seen it on a video somewhere, and I'm pretty sure I did a wash, but the wash was well, it wasn't a wash. It was more of a glaze of like a transparent white, like really thin down white, but not with water. You use like a glaze medium and glazed the whole lot, and it blended all the blends in. And then I've done I think 2 or 3 really thinned washes of Xandri dust. And when I say really thin, I mean it was almost like water. So the first one I put on, you couldn't even notice any difference. Second one, it was very subtle, and then the third one just deepened the recesses. And that was how I did it, and it looked really cool. I was really happy with it. It took a while though, to be fair. I'd love to see a Fellowship, as I've never painted them. You've never painted the Fellowship? Oh, you've never seen a painted Fellowship? I've got 2. Well, I've probably got more than 2, but 2 actual sort of in a collective group. I've got loads of like Aragorns and Legolasses. I'm not going to try and dig them out because I'll be off camera for about 5 minutes. He's got 2 attacks now, yes. I would have liked to have seen opposing with him Glandering two-handed. Yeah, that would be cool. But then he wouldn't have his staff, I suppose. That's how I paint all my models, Zenithals and glazing. Yeah, I've only just started touching on it. I still struggle with Zenithal because I just don't know enough about it. So I've done a lot of models. I'll tell you what I did do, Zenithal, and it came out really well, and I spent a lot of time on it. Was this guy. Let me turn that light. Oh, hang on a second. Is that better? Can't get it to focus in. It's a webcam. It's not going to work, is it? No, but anyway, I was really happy with how it turned out. Like really happy with how it turned out. And I've even got it to hand here, underneath my Grey Beast, another project half done. These things, I've got all the different colours. And these are, they call them, what do they call it, ghost tints. And I think they're from, Badger Airbrush. Badgery make airbrushes. They make these called ghost tints. All different colours. I got the whole set. And I didn't use them in the airbrush. I used to paint on. So Zenithal highlight, basically black. Zenithal highlighting white, and then just glazed over like a load of the different areas like cloth and leather and stuff like that. And that's what I got. I was really proud of it, but it took a long time. So I don't think I'd do it as a habit, because I need to paint stuff quick for the channel. Green Tree, I bought a painting fellowship from eBay. Yeah, eBay's great. Like, eBay's really good for doing stuff like that. I'll tell you what I can do actually. See if it'll work. So I'm going to put that light on. It's a bit dark, to be fair. I took a picture of it on my phone. I'll post it on the group. I don't know how well it'll work, but we'll try it. It's worth a trying it. So boom, boom, boom. Post. Let's see if it comes up. Just seen the Pippin then as well, just as I went off the page. Let's have a look. If you're posting stuff in the group, guys, as well, just give us a shout in the chat, because I don't have the Facebook page open alongside this bit that you can see of me. I have to go off backwards and forwards. But yeah, that's Verdure, and they're all glazes. All the different colours are different glazes, and apart from the metallics. But yeah, it turned out pretty well. I'm really happy with how it turned out. And it's a good way of getting things painted, because the reason I did it was because there was lots of browns. I just wanted to get all the different shades in. Hang on a second. Let's disable that for a minute. Dave found Pippin, so let's get Pippin up. You see that now? That Pippin. Not a massive fan of the face. I think the hair colour's off again, but that could just be lighting. It could be the angle of the picture. The model itself is alright, but I prefer mine. I converted pretty much that model from the Pippin and Armour model. Took the head off, put a head off another Pippin model onto it, and drilled out the face and the head from the helmet and put the helmet under his arm. I like mine. I'll still get this, but I like mine. Yeah, that's that. Let's have a look. Joris, I have a bottle of them to test it. Never did test them. Check the groups D. What am I checking the group for? Have you put something else up? What am I checking the group for, Jay? Don't dilute your paints too much. The glaze medium takes care of translucing the colours. Yeah, very true. Can't wait to get over to Manchester for Easter. Is that what's... Are you over for a tournament? Are you over for something else and you're just going to get some hobbying in while you're here, Glyn? I think we might have touched on this before, but I'm old and I can't remember. Let's see. Jay's getting trolled on the Facebook group. Which is what we like to see. A photo post I put up a few minutes ago. Which one? Give us a clue. I can only see the one you put up before. Yeah, I can only see the one you put up before, Jay. Ah. Oh. Right, who wants one? $19.99, free postage. Who's having one? I'd buy one. I'd buy one now. Right now. I won't go anywhere near Canal Street with it on, no, mate. Glyn says, yeah, I'm over for a weekend, so a week holiday. Good man. Give us a shout while you're here, mate. We'll catch up for another game. Joris says, oh, I wish I was in Manchester. Manchester's the best place in the world, mate. Best place in the world. I miss the pies with meat and gravy and mashed potatoes. You know, mash them, bacon, put them in a stew. There's where I live in Manchester, it's like just on the edge now, like more Cheshire than Lancashire, but it's still classed as Manchester. We have in a town called Altrincham, we have a restaurant and it's called Pie, P-I, and all they sell is pie and mash. So you can get like pies, you can get mash, and you can get peas, you can get gravy, and that's it. But it's mega expensive for pies. They're like these homemade. Apparently they're quite famous, and Prince Charles loves them. But yeah, it'd be the best pie and mash you get. So if you're ever back in Manchester, go to a place called Pie in Altrincham and get pie, mash and peas, and you'll love it. It's great. Oh, and they do very nice beers there as well, like guest beers and independent beer brewers, just all stuff like that. It's cool. Curry's for the win. Yeah, I love a curry, mate. I grew up around the corner from Rusholme Curry Mile in Manchester, so I love a curry, mate. I had what did I have? I went there last time. It was a steak pie, but it had like full shallots in it, like them small onions, like in a red wine gravy with the mash is to die for, and minted peas. Oh, it's lovely. My mouth's watering now talking about it. So anyway, onto hashtag Elven Lunchbox t-shirts. Should we put them on sale or what? Would you buy one? How much can we get these for, Jay? How much could we sell these for, Jay? Work out how much we could get them and sell them for with postage. I want one of those. I should have had a chicken parm. A chicken barm, do you mean? Chicken barm? Oh, this live stream took a turn I didn't think it was going to take. Is Jay going to lick the lunchbox emblem on every t-shirt? What did we... It's Elven Lunchbox. It should be on the back though, Jay. So like, it's just like a cheeky little message on the back. I think it being on the front is too much of a statement. It's too much trying to tell people something. My belly is angry at you now, I'm growling at you. So where you're in Holland, did you say? Did you say you were in Holland, or did you say the event was in Holland, Joris? Where are you? Chicken parmo. What's a chicken parmo? Is it chicken and parmesan cheese or something? I forgot I keep flicking to the Facebook page. I can just check my phone. Let's have a look. Can we get actual TTG lunchboxes? Yeah. Yeah, let's do it. TTG Alvin lunchbox. Free Lember spread. No, the event is in Holland and I'm in... you're in Belgium. Do you not do pies in Belgium? Surely they do pies in Belgium, Joris. Surely. Basically a pizza box from a takeaway full of deep fried chicken, doner meat, chips and a shed load of sauce. Sounds like a heart attack in a box, that, mate. But I'd eat it. I'd give it a go. I'd definitely give that a go. We need, me and Jay, there's no big secret here. We've openly spoke about it before. We're gonna try and run not just one event, a couple of things at Element where we all just get together. Whether you're a Hobbit player, Lord of the Rings player, WoW West Exodus player, Guild Ball player, just get together, have drinks and food, and play games and have a bit, just basically have a laugh. More of a social thing than anything else. And hopefully we're going to try and get one for around Christmas time. So, you know, everyone's invited. We'll release more details as and when we sort of get around to talking about it more and arranging something. But yeah, that'd be cool. And stuff like this, like people turning up with hashtag Elven Lunchbox t-shirts would be amazing. You need to make it happen, Jay. Work out, Jay, how much we can get these t-shirts for, mate. Even if I'm just buying one for myself, I'd have one. But yeah, top table events are something we really want to do in a non-competitive, non-gamey surrounding. Just everyone playing games, having fun, getting pissed, and meeting each other. Well, we don't really have pies with meat in. We have them with puddings and... right, okay. I bet you could get them. I bet you could get them somewhere, Joris. Somewhere will do them. Do you have like, because like fish and chips, so a chippy, like fish and chips are massive here. Obviously, everyone knows that. Do you have like fish and chip shops in Belgium? Surely they'll do like meat pies, chicken pies, and stuff like that. Shadow and Flame. If the venue is near Southampton, I'm in. It's Stockport, mate. But you know you're always welcome, Dave. A cheeky little weekend away. I'm sure you can blag that. Don't forget hashtag not normal friends. You could have Elven Lunchbox on the front and hashtag not normal friends on the back. I'm working on channel merch site. Don't worry, all in good time. That is a munchie box. A parmo is fried chicken with white sauce and cheese on top. It is a North East England thing. Merch, man, I can't spell that word tonight. Yeah, no. It's all thinking about Elven Lunchbox, isn't it? Steak and kidney pudding. I'm not mad on kidney. I'll have it like in a pack like that. I'd eat a steak. If you put down steak and kidney pudding and chips in front of me now, I'd eat it. But I wouldn't choose to have anything with kidney in it. It's just doesn't look great, does it? Well, I want one with on the front hashtag Elven Lunchbox, on the back and open lunchbox on it. There is where my lembas goes. We have fried fry shops and only no meat pies. That's odd. That I thought everywhere would have pies. I mean, it's just pastry with meat and gravy in it, and veg. What's the hashtag normal friends about? Hashtag normal friends, Stephen, is the live show last Wednesday. I got myself into a bit of a mess talking about I don't remember what we were talking about. I was basically saying you know, you have, as I get at me personally, and you know, I'm assuming everybody else, you have on one hand your normal friends, the friends that you grew up with and you go drinking with and you play football with or whatever, and then on the other hand you have your gaming like friends, your nerdy friends, and like everyone just started catching on to the normal friends, like hashtag normal friends. It was fun, it was quite funny. Meat pie is just another reason to love England. Yeah, steak pie, love steak pie, mate. I'm hungry now. I might order something. Don't know about loving England. Come on, Chris. Don't be like that. That's like saying, I don't know what it's like saying, but you know, we're neighbours. I love Scotland. I like Scotland a lot more now that I know Scottish people. I don't know Scottish people if we playing this game. Other than that, I don't think I knew any Scottish people. I used to work for a Scottish lad. He was alright. But yeah, I like Scotland a lot more now that I know you lot. I'm with Chris on the Love in England. Alright then, politics aside, you know, you gotta love England. It's a great place to live. If you guys do an event, you should make it half gaming, half food festival. Yeah. You'd never see me or Jay though. We'd just be like stuffing our face the whole weekend. My normal friends found out about my hobby, YouTube channel and Instagram. I've still not lived it down. Yeah, schoolboy error that, mate. Don't let them find out. Schoolboy error. Some people I just won't tell. If they find out, they find out, and I'll have that really awkward conversation where I'm trying to justify why it's not weird, and they're telling me that I'm a weirdo, and I just can't be bothered with that conversation, so I just don't really tell them. The TV's just about to go on standby, so I'll do that. Where are we? Joris, well, I love it for both of us, Chris. Jay says, share your channel on here so I can check it out, dude. Yeah, by all means, you know, if you've got a channel or a Facebook page, share it in the chat, let us all have a look. It'd be good for you guys, good for us. You get a few more likes, etc. I'm still in the closet with my normal friends, yeah. I am with most of them, mate. There's a few that know. There's a few that know that I paint. That's about it. If they knew that I was wasting weekends when I could be out getting smashed somewhere to play toy soldiers, I would never live that down. I have more gaming friends than normal friends. I think if you were a gamer growing up, I think you will have. I wasn't a gamer growing up, you see. So yeah, I can see that. Green Tree, that's why I don't do Facebook. My normal friends would say, yeah, but you could do it under a persona. You don't have to put your name in. You could have you could set up your own group as Green Tree, and no one would know who you are. There's loads of people who are on Facebook who don't have their proper names. I'm afraid if I have a date or a relation, the girl opens one of my closets, she will get buried under metal, plastic, and resin. Yeah. That's the that'll be the tester though, won't it? Whether they're a keeper or not. If they'll put up with it, then they're a keeper. If they won't, get rid. I don't have any friends, so it's not. I don't believe that for a second, Dave. You've got loads of friends, mate. Loads of friends. You've got 13 friends in this chat now. 13 friends. Everyone tell Dave how much you love him. Right, I need a hashtag Elva Lunchbox t-shirt. I need a hashtag Normal Friends cap. So get on with it, Jay. I tried a fake name and the Facebook knew who I really was and suggested loads of people. Yeah, it will do. It will suggest loads of people you know, but you don't have to. They're only suggestions. You don't have to send them a friend request. And then even if you show up on their suggested, they won't know it's you because they'll think, what's Green Tree? Well, I'm not going to bother with that. Jay says, I used to worry about this, but came out when I started working in the industry, and it's all in our heads. Some of the people I thought wouldn't get it loved it and are now hobbyists themselves. Stop lying, Jay. I spoke to some of your mates and they all think you're a nerd. I tried to find yeah. Do it again, Green Tree. Just put Green Tree in. Just don't send friend requests to the suggestions. Simple. You don't have to. It doesn't seem to like me sending links, but it's just Paintbrush Pirate. Just put it in inverted commas or something like that. I don't know. Jay did a link before. Jay, can you tell Paintbrush Pirate how to put a link in the chat, mate? Because he said he can't do it. I love Shadow. That guy's great. I've got a few guys that follow me about, but they're like disciples. Is that when Damien and Tom go to Southampton? I want a hashtag hash brownies or a hashtag pies with meat in it. I was raised by a gamer and I haven't looked back since. Fair play, mate. You got a head start on us all. I started very late. Drifter 112. Let's have a look. So I'm just gonna nip onto my browser and close that. Right, well, it's been 2 hours and 16 minutes. That's true, you can just do that. If you just press on the... so on the chat, you see how everyone's got either a circle with a picture or a letter in from their name. If you click on that, it takes you straight to channels, so you can like and subscribe and stuff direct from there. So if you're not able to do a link or anything, just tell people to click it. But not everyone knows how to do that. I didn't know how to do that until I watched Blackjack Legacy's channel. Chris Murphy just dipped his brush into his tea. Don't want to be doing that, mate. I do it all the time, to be fair. But I think, guys, I am going to go and order pie and chips and go to bed straight after. So I'm going to love yous and leave yous. It's been emotional. I've enjoyed it. I've not got any hobby done at all, which is great. But yeah, I think we'll call it there. So make sure that you all tune in on Wednesday on the next live show, and we'll have a bit of banter on there. Let's have a look. Yeah, see you next time, normal friends. Not normal friends. You'll get fat eating straight before bed, mate. It's too late for that. But anyway, right guys, I'm going to go. It's been great, as I've said, and I hope you all have a good evening, and I will chat to you very, very soon, and if not, I will see you on Wednesday. So remember, everybody, on the GBHL, hashtag Elven Lunchbox or hashtag Normal Friends on all your comments, and see if people cotton on, or let's just wind everyone up with it so they don't know what we're talking about. And I'll see you then. So take care, everyone, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.